Hi everyone, and welcome to Sunset on Three Barrel Cove for our latest installment of Dawn of the Duergar. I was reading through a forum thread on various build possibilities for this new race from people much more informed than I am. And one of the posts there reminded me that I'd chosen the the patience feat, our first one in Epic, based on the weapon we were using now, the kukri, not on what we're going to be having at the end. The dwarven axe, the post reminded me, has a very narrow crit profile, and patience obviously only works with a crit. So to sacrifice 10% attack speed for crits that won't happen too often, the poster mentioned that it's probably not a good idea to take this feat when using a dwarven axe. So I used the free feat respec in the marketplace, swapped that out in favour of the stunning blow that I was planning to take much later on, so we can at least have some fun with that. And I noticed happily that that also triggers the green splurge of extra damage from the Dragon Lord enhancement there. I think it does say, doesn't it? Does it? No, is it that one or is it this one? It's this one, isn't it? When you attack with Trip or Sunder. Oh, actually, it doesn't say there, does it? But I think it holds true. I think when you stun as well, you get the extra damage. It's not mentioned there, but I'm pretty sure it's the case. We'll double check it as we go along. Aside from respecking that feat, I don't think I've not changed anything else. So for Epic now we've got Stunning Blow, perfect single weapon. 24 was Overwhelming Critical, and for 25, fitting nicely into our build, we've got Crush Weakness, another 15% damage on the Helpless. So we can see we're going up quite nicely on the Helpless bonus damage. It's by default you get 50% bonus to the helpless anyway, so we're up to nearly 100 now, which is quite tasty, and I'm definitely noticing it when that roar goes off, things just get absolutely annihilated. Or indeed now when they get stunned, same deal, although unfortunately at the moment we can only stun one target. The plan is at the cap to have the strike through to be able to make these special abilities apply to several targets, which will be lovely. I think another thing that came from that post is to obviously temper our expectations with a view to what's going to happen at the cap, because people were rather derogatory about the critical profile. I think that seems to be the be all and the end all, doesn't it, nowadays? If you want to do the big damage up at the cap, you've got to have a weapon with a decent crit profile, and the Dwarven War Axe certainly isn't that. So I guess we would be more in the category of a flavour build almost. But be that as it may, I'm still determined to see it through, have some fun doing it, and see what we can manage when we get to destination. Right, I went through reasonably well in the high road chain. Haven't yet been to Giant Hold, so there's plenty to do in there, but I figure we've seen plenty of that. We've also seen plenty of Three Barrel Cove, haven't we? So maybe I thought we could maybe try a couple of the others in here this time around. Quick look at where the enhancements are for, sorry, the Epic Destinies. It's not really that important because it's all going to change when we hit the cap. This is just to level with. So we've got the third cause now, having reached 26 in everything. I guess the standout one from there is the one from Grandmaster giving the good bypass. I don't think we're gonna. You can get it with the Ruby of Good, can't you? I don't think I had planned to put that. Is that going to be such a big miss? Those of you who know more about these things than I do, Do I have to have the Ruby of Good in the weapon? I think I'd planned to put Deconstructor for the Adamantine thing and Fear Eater in there for more of a trash focus. But if I absolutely have to have a Ruby of Good, I can swap the Fear Eater out. Would like to hear you folks' thoughts on that. Otherwise, just building up now in the Fury tree with a view to grabbing this heal before we reach the cap. Got the double strike there in the Shadow Dancer, but I think we'd mentioned that already. So let's see if we can get to the Gal's Tomb. Did we do this in Heroic? Yeah, we must have done.
A cave
My
extends
plan is
deep
to have a
into
go
the
at this
rock
and
behind
the
this
Ghost of the
waterfall.
Chance, because I think that's only got one trap in it, hasn't it? Now this has got absolutely piles and piles of opponents. So this will definitely test our trash management. And bearing in mind, apart from the 3 second wins, all we've got for healing is the ticking mantle, which does scale with melee power, and those cores we've just picked up for 26 will be giving us some more
A
melee power,
single
so that's
blood-tide
something
pirate
in the
peers into
positive
the gloom.
column.
He sees a Yuan-Ti blocks the passage. It looks as if new tenants have made Grey Garl's tomb their home.
Ooh, red crown on the horizon. Crikey, they're everywhere. Now this is the kind of siege that does cause problems with the ticking heal, bringing our energy back. I think we got quite lucky there. We were classed as being out of combat there and got a monster heal there, didn't we, from the tick. This is something else that bears discussion, doesn't it? Because if that ticking thing was not affected by the Reaper nerf, then surely this mantle would be in the discussion for builds like ours that are limited on the healing side at the cap. Surely it would be in the discussion there. Like there are certain things, aren't there? Like the I think there's a tier 5 in one of the barbarian trees. Is it Ravager? For everything you kill, you get a certain amount of things, and I know that's not affected by the nerf, and so that's highly sought after. This thing, unfortunately, well, anything that is heavily nerfed in Reaper loses a lot of its value on the back of that, doesn't it? For the at-cap play particularly. I don't know why I was just trying to click on a lost soul there. So for the large groups, clearly the Raw is great at containing that. At the moment here, it seems that we have enough damage output to beat them down anyway without need for CC in most cases, which is nice. Are these gonna wake up? Oh, he saved that. And he hurt us pretty badly. I think it's just as well we're pretty dominant in the damage dealing stakes, because if we weren't eliminating them relatively quickly. Look at the damage they're doing to us. Yeah, this is becoming a bit of a problem, especially these ticks of is it divine punishment they're doing? That's becoming really bad, stacking up. I pressed the wrong key there for a heal. I changed the key for the heal and pressed what do you call it? Uncanny dodge instead of the heal. We're going to have to wait here. Is there a shrine anywhere? Not yet. See, the ticks out of combat are amazing. Now, if that applied to the in combat as well, and we were getting 500 a time, that would be huge, even at the cap. And at the cap, you'd have a lot more melee power. What do we have now at the moment? Does it say? Does it say? Yeah. So the cap, well, I won't, but a decent character would probably have double that at the cap melee power. I think 360 is definitely not out of the question, and when boosted, probably more still. So that heal, you could think, would be going for a, well, that would be powerful, wouldn't it? Ticking for maybe 1,000 a time up to. Oh, that the 500 must have been a crit. So you could expect probably 500 a time, which would still be very good for a build that has no self-healing. Or maybe it's just another way of saying that I need to do better on the healing side and not expect to just get by on the primal scream thing and a little thing I've built into the armor. The armor one's hopefully going to be a nice surprise. It's a Lamordia one, and as far as I'm aware from my testing, the little ticking effect there is not affected by the Reaper nerf. I don't know why. But it's obviously far less effective than this one is in terms of the numbers it's giving. Stop doing these silly divine punishment things, people. We're suffering again, aren't we, with this? What's that down there? Fear Reaper, is it? Another very glaring example of, well, granted I'm rubbish anyway at doing the Mario stuff, but a very glaring example of how tough a time the melee has it against a ranged who could have just stood there stacking Archer's focus and eliminated a lot of that stuff without too much trouble. And Mew can't even pull a lever. They just won't leave us alone, will you? Yeah, this is a bad quest for this ticking heal strategy I've got. Definitely not ideal. If indeed it can be called a strategy, more of a muddle through. Where are we at the moment? On the 67, 76, 86 and almost 90 on the raw. Just kind of surviving on the health. It's becoming apparent, isn't it, that anything higher than Reaper 1 and that health, the ticking thing, it wouldn't stand it, would it? I suppose if nothing else, it's added a little bit of spice to the pot for the duration of the leveling.
A Yuan-Ti
Now then,
cleric
if I can
regards you with
convince her to come out
scorn.
towards us, we won't have to fight all the stuff down there, will we? Which would be really nice.
No matter.
Oh,
We'll recover what you have stolen from your bodies.
The cleric gives a nod.
can you possibly
and
just
Yuan-Ti warriors
wander up this way
spring
on your
from the
own?
water.
Would that be possible?
You find a
Nice
bright
one.
brass
We'll take
key
it.
clutched in the hand of the Yuan-Ti's leader. Perhaps it opens the door to Aratsri's treasure cache. You unlock the underwater door with the key you took from the Yuan-Ti. The treasure
Okay,
is
let's
almost
get
within
the
your
old
grasp, but then
Dragon's
pirate
Raw
forces
to work now. The
resonate from
Raw's
shaft
going to be on
above.
cooldown, so what do we do now?
Lads, told you I'd find a shortcut to this hidey hole.
Got the Raw again for this last lot. Okay.
Inside the chest, you find a piece of
So, not
Aratsri's
too
treasure
terrible.
map, along with some other items.
Although it did underline again what I've been saying, which is basic common sense, really, isn't it? In prolonged periods of combat, your ticking heal is going to be a lot less useful
A
if you're
cave
on
extends
Reaper 1
deep
or
into
higher,
the rock behind
and
this
so
waterfall.
you're going to run into trouble, as we've only got the 3 second wins, haven't we, to go out otherwise. What's going on down there? Is that a boss? Looks like it, doesn't it? Shall we investigate? Thank you. Ah, don't mind if I do. So, let's try and get to the Ghost of a Chance. I decided that the super trappy one would be an absolute disaster for us. We don't have anything like the reflex save needed to be alright in there. And as for disabling traps, we're not to that level yet either. If I had an item for disabled device like these boots that I could swap in, then maybe we might have a little chance, but even with that I'm not convinced. So as far as I know, in this Ghost of a Chance there's just one trap box, but it's a trap that's capable of killing us. We're not going to be able to find it, I don't think, with our low numbers, so we're going to have to do the wings and kind of jump through it.
A pirate airship has been spotted above Three
So
Barrel
this quest
Cove.
could come to an
Weaker
abrupt and
creatures
embarrassing
run for
halt, I
cover.
guess.
Last night, every man Jack in the salty wench was talking about the new arrival in town.
I've got to
An
visit the Rotten
ambassador,
Shark
they say. An ambassador from our
and learn about the captain and his unknown beverage.
The Rotten Shark beached herself on the shoal one night after the captain was seen purchasing 4 cases of an unknown beverage. The current is drawn into an opening in the rock just large enough to wiggle through.
Okay, let's prepare.
These pirates must have taken over this smuggler's cave after Gold Horde and his crew were wiped out. This new crew seems much better equipped than the usual pirate.
Can we maybe make use of the invis ring to close with them without being absolutely pummeled here. I think the roar even works on cannons. Yeah, I think it did. I'm not really making use of our haste boost in these, because we seem to be finishing things off reasonably quickly anyway.
He extensively explored these caves. If a
Tend to
clue
save
to
it for use against the
Arath's
bosses and
treasure is
such at the
hidden in
moment.
here, Worley might be
That
able
will
to
surely
help you.
change at the cap. It should be
If
on
you can
permanent
rescue
cooldown in the
From beyond the
Dreadnought
rubble,
tree.
a conversation drifts in.
Did you see the spotted drones and iron defenders in the last shipment? I'm starting to think that the rumours that Captain Silverlands...
Maybe we do a haste boost here, because I know these things are a pain. What happens here? Oh, we have to pull that to open this one, don't we? No? Okay. Just said we not using the haste boost, and since then I've done nothing but haste boost. Those drones take some beating down. I think that's what allows us access into the
signal light
thing
on the
I was
ground
trying to get
shows
into
that
back
the flow
here.
of magical energy to something elsewhere in here
Okay.
has been cut off.
Did it affect it? Yeah, it did. Yeah, so the roar even affects mechanical stuff, cannons and the like.
That crystal looked like it controlled
So
another
I'll
barrier
maintain my
Hopefully, a way has
statement that I've yet to find anything, aside from a boss obviously, that it doesn't affect. Did we? Oh, we must have broken the crystal already down here. Now then, we're coming up to the trap area, aren't we? I think it's in this section. I'm pretty sure we're not going to sense it nor find it. So we're just going to have to jump over it. It's on this wooden section, I'm sure of it. We don't have any temp hit points or anything like that to go at. Maybe we could we use the uncanny dodge? Would that work for a trap? I don't know. We're going to try. We did actually send... Oh, it hit us and we didn't die. Well, that's something. I'll put the health back up. We'll go and test that, I think. I'd like to know if we could have actually had a chance of disabling it. I'm pretty sure not. I'm surprised we actually managed to spot the thing. Let's just try and deal with these folk coming out of here first. Okay, not doing bad with sprint boost, considering I've said I've never used it. Now, where is the trap? It's on the other side of this thing, isn't it? Oh, we've actually... Is that the... Or is that for the... It looks like that was for that. Okay, so the box is on the other side, and we were able... Oh, we had a big roll there, didn't we? We were able to disable it. So I'm talking a load of nonsense then here. Maybe I should have a go at the... It's against my better judgment if we do have a go at the other thing. I'm pretty sure we would get torched doing that.
Touch anything. One wrong move could kill me. Please speak with me first.
Right, now this can be quite unpleasant too.
Voices come from the back of the room.
You promised us Cannith's peacemaker cannons, not these men.
The Gorgonol, the image of Cove, notices you.
Come on, quick before the time runs out. I think we should get the trash out of the way because it's going to absolutely destroy us, isn't it? If we don't.
Say another word again.
Oh, crikey, cannons now as well. I don't know where the big guy's gone. I think he's actually right behind us, yep. We just got the uncanny off cooldown, that's nice. I think it's just as well we did as well, because he was gonna make a bit of a mess of us, wasn't he? Okay, we didn't exactly look good doing it, but we've got there. Right. Sometimes a couple sneaking around the back here that ambush me as I'm on my way back. I think maybe we've dealt with them already.
You have another
Happy
piece
days.
of Rot's map. One step closer to the treasure.
Yeah, and one step closer to the cap. We're just kind of muddling along, as you can see. It's not really pretty, is it? Getting the job done. That's been the biggest annoyance, I think, in this one. Having to, I mean, I know there are certain builds where you have to wait, don't you, until the very end for it all to come together. But having to do something like pretty much, well, quite different from what the end result's going to be, just because of the way the things all come together and the way the feats have to go, and having to take this two-handed thing at the very end to try and make it work. So we haven't, as we're leveling, most often you get a sort of a feel for how it's going to play. Well, here it hasn't been that way at all, has it? Apart from the ever-present roar, I suppose, which we've got to play with quite a lot. I suppose you could say on the other side of that particular coin, you could put any old garbage in as a build and level on the back of the roar, and you'd still probably be okay. So there is that. Right, I'm going to get going. We'll reconvene once more at 28 before we reach the cap, and I'm looking forward to the cap. I mean, come what may. I know people are saying the dwarven axe and we're going to struggle and whatnot, but we're going to do the best we can. I've put together a half decent, well, what I think is a half decent set of gear to try and make the tactical side of it perform as we would like. And we'll see what we can do, pushing the level a bit. I'm hoping the tactics hold up and the trapping side, with a bit of help from swap-ins, can be made to be okay. And I guess time will tell. Thanks very much as always for looking, and I'll speak to you next time. Take care.